This week on 3D Archery, the Barebow Journey comes to an end. Hey everybody, welcome to 3D Archery. Greg here. Alright, last indoor shoot of the year. It is only January, but here in Louisiana, that's when it ends, and 3D picks up in February. You know, very different than up north. This is my last one. I am done with the barebow. I'm going back for my wooden bow for 3D Archery. Alright, not fully set up. I did try one last thing. I bought heavier points for my arrows. Alright, put them in there. I went outside to shoot. We had 30-mile-per-hour crosswind, so I knew that wasn't going to work. So I went indoors and tried it. And that right there, that little trying to set up that arrow, perfectly summed up this whole thing for me. My arrows were much better online, but way low, which means I would have to play with a whole bunch of stuff, and I didn't guarantee where they're going to hit with feathers and a whole bunch. And so I was like, you know what? I don't have the time. I don't have the time to sit here and play with this thing. So I shot it like I did before. My arrows aren't right. Alright? They're a little too stiff. I can't aim on target. I got to aim over in the red on the 7 ring in order to hit the yellow. But it is what it is. So I'm back there this week here. Cajun Archers, love the place. I think it's the best indoor range I've seen yet, and I've seen a lot of them. It is clean, spacious, and professional, and I just love it. All right, shot with 2 people, Zachary and Christian. Zach and Christian, great people. I have to say, look, they made it so much fun. This time was even better than last time. The banter between the 3 of us was hilarious, and it might have cost me 1 or 2 shots. I can't blame it on them, but. Oh, it's just some of the stuff he was saying, and he was timing too. He was timing it right before I'd shoot. So it was a great test to see if I had focus. All right, so there you have it, my final shoot with the barebow. So kick back and enjoy me shooting at Cajun Archers, one last indoor shoot. All right, line's hot. That's a victory.
Alright, alrighty. up already?
Give everybody a fair chance to. Where'd it go?
Just heard that. Takes a while for stuff to sink in. Today's where I'm assuming it's 2024. That's it. Damn it.
Nein, nein. Das deutsche Ende.
Reggie.
Announced your presence with me.
All right, everybody, there you have it. Not my best, not my worst. I'd like to start off by thanking Louisiana Archery Association for putting on Shoot Your Way Across the Bayou. I think it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed myself. I'd like to thank all the clubs that hosted the shoots. They put on a good job, right? All right, Cajun Archers, thank you so much, Chris and Zach, for making it so much fun. I had an absolute ball. So, 243, right? That's my score. You can see how I shot, right? So look at it. I mean, some to the left, some to the right. The ones to the left was me overcompensating. The ones to the right was me putting the arrow in the yellow. Right? We're going to talk about that here in a minute. So let's quickly look at my score. I had 2 X's. Both times I knew there were going to be X's. It felt so good. I had 2 10s. I had 10 9s. Now out of 30 shots, 14 were yellow or better. I had 8 8s. I love symmetry. I had 4 7s. I had 2 6s, 1 5, and 1 4. Those 4 bad shots were all me. Now, quick detour right here because I just love, my mind's everywhere. Let's look if I shot better, right? If I just didn't do those bad shots, what would happen? Not what you think. Let's take my 4 bad shots and we'll boost them all up to, let's say, a 7. So what would my score be? Well, my 4, I'd add 3 more. So that'd be a 246. My 5, I'd add 2 more. That'd be a 248. And my 2 6s would add 1 more each, so that'd be 2 more points. That would put me at a 250. Not that big of a change, right? So when you hit a point, there's going to be a point when you're doing indoor archery where the gains become smaller. And that's where I'm at. Even if I didn't shoot that much better, I've only would have gained 7 points. Alright, so that's how it is. Now what I really want to talk to you about is something that people don't understand. How did you aim, Greg? You used a crawl. You're string walking. Yep. Nope. I was doing crawl. My crawl was for height. I did the crawl to get my arrow to hit a certain height. But because my arrows are too stiff, they wouldn't hit in line. They would hit to the right. So I had to use split vision to do it. So, grab my handy dandy cotton candy's target right here. Turn it right side up. My crawl got me height this way. My arrows were hitting here. Using split vision, I put my arrow here, so my arrows would hit here. Now, when I drew full draw, I stared here and used my peripheral to make sure the arrow was there. So I was split visioning string walking. And I'll tell you what, to make it even more confusing for those of you who are so close-minded, you can shoot instinctive string walking. You set your string up so it hits level, and then all you do is stare at the target. Right? It can be done. So, you know, I love how people are so close-minded. You can shoot all different ways. I am shooting split vision string walking. All right. So, last thing I want to cover is how I progressed. And this is pretty cool to me. Shot the bow like it was. First time out. No changes. Just, you know, set it up for me. I shot a 247. Not bad, right? Then things went downhill because the rest broke. The plunger lost a screw. The plunger wouldn't work. I didn't like the grip I found out. I had to change those things. But I couldn't get a new rest. But I did get a new plunger. So I fixed that. But the rest is left-handed. Nobody had them in stock. So I had to use that little stick-on Hoyt rest. I had to struggle through with my grip. And I did that. And guess what? Scores went down to a 218. And as I slowly replaced things and slowly reset it all up, my scores came up. I went up to a 225, 230, a 248, which is my high, and then this past week a 243. Now what did I finally do? Well, I switched out the string. Julie, contact her. She's awesome. OCD strings, some of the best Barebow strings out there, and nobody, I guarantee you, will ask you as many questions as she will. I swapped out my grip. Couldn't get a left-handed grip. I had to use a right-handed grip. I drilled a hole into it so I could mount it on my riser. I went with the AAE Elite Flight Rest. I went out and got a plunger, and that's how I did it, right? So I made the bow my own. My arrows are totally wrong. The arrows are still holding me back, and I understand that. I think if I change my arrows, I could be in the 250 to maybe 260 range. And then from there on out, it's going to be all about form. All right? Interesting journey. Learned a lot, had fun, but in the end, I know what you're saying. Well, what do you think, Greg? What do you think? It is what it is. It was okay. I had fun. I'm not a Barebow person. I'll tell you that right now. Nothing bad against it. I understand why people do it. I totally get it. You can fine-tune that thing to no end, and there's some people that love that. They love just delving into it to the minute, gritty details. And the competition and all that stuff. I get it. I totally do. I understand fully. Right? Just for me, I like simplicity. That's all. I don't like having to worry about things. Like a good example was when I was shooting, I'd make one adjustment, I'd move it over here, then something else would happen, and I was just chasing my tail. I don't like that. It's just not for me. I overthink things, and that's my problem. Right? So there you have it. That's my Barebow Journey. I'm going to make a bigger video on it. I'll break it down. There's some stuff, I'm telling you, I learned a lot of stuff about this that I can't wait to see if I can transfer it over to my wooden bows. Alright everybody, don't forget to check out the website, 3darchery.net, where you can find out about all these awesome courses, clubs, public and private, archery competitions, indoor, 3D, outdoor, all different types, both national, regional, and local levels. Alright, it's a great resource. Alright, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. And I'll see you next time with an all-new episode of 3D Archery. Wait a second. If it's called 3D Archery, then why in the world are you shooting indoor? That makes no sense. Oh man, now what am I going to do?